Hello everyone, my name is Jeff Rolka. I want to thank you for checking out my video. This is a lyrical phrase video, so it's going to be a little bit more talking than maybe normal, but I'm still going to keep it to just about as much of a minimum as I possibly can. We're going to focus on T's and THs, and I've got a phrase that has quite a few vowels in it, as well as a really long melismatic passage at the end. That melismatic passage is going to let you know how efficiently you're using air throughout the rest of the passage. If you can't make it through the melisma, it's quite likely that you are losing a lot of air amongst the different consonant articulations in the rest of the phrase. But we'll get more into that as we go. Thank you if you've chosen to subscribe. If you haven't yet, I hope that you'll do so now. There are lots of ways you can support my channel, and those are in the description. They do include Patreon, where members get MP3s of the audio of these exercises as well. You can get PDF guides that can help you follow along. They are very basic guides, but nonetheless, they do include ranges and things like that on them. Tell that to me 2 times. Bit of a tongue twister too, if you went really quickly with it. But that's not necessarily what we're going to do here. We're going to look at these vowels and how the T's disrupt the flow of air. We have some wider intervals that we're going to use in this pattern. I'm going to play it in 2 hands. So if you are of the lower voice persuasion, you can sing along with that hand. And if you are of the higher voice persuasion, you can sing along with that hand. Of course, I'll show you the keys every once in a while from the overhead camera. Sounds like this. Tell that to me 2 times. So we have a very long melisma on the end here. This is pitched to be reasonably comfortable for baritones and tenors in my right hand. Many contralto voices will also sing that quite happily. Mezzos and sopranos, quite happily with my right hand, although sopranos, that E flat might be tricky if you're still working on your primo passaggio. Let's try that phrase together and then I'll let you do it on your own. And tell that to me 2 times. And try it on your own. And up a semitone. And again, up a semitone. As we get into this area of our voices, baritones could quite likely be on their secondo passaggio. Tenors are getting into the zona de passaggio. Contraltos are probably just humming right along. Mezzos may in fact want to practice down here as well if they're finding this top part challenging because they're getting quite close to their secondo passaggio. But here's the thing. Wherever you happen to be, now is a good time to start looking at those THs. Tell that. If we too much, we are going to disrupt the airflow more than we need to be intelligible. In other words, to be understood. Minimize that TH. Tell that. It's like a flick of the tongue at the top front teeth. Tell that to me. Also, as we start to move closer and closer to our respective upper middle voice ranges, up here, or our zona de passaggi, down there, time to start thinking a little bit about vowel modifications, particularly on the tops of the phrases. You'll notice that my oohs are becoming slightly more umlau-like. Tell that to me. You hear it there. Tell that to as opposed to me. Tell that to me, to-ta. Here, the I'm from Ims is becoming much more ah-like. Bit of a vowel modification to make sure that the flow of air remains nice and consistent as we're getting into the zona de passaggio. Tell that to me, two times. Beginning there. And. Now, most voices are at or above their secondo passaggi. Let's come back to here and start again. And this time I won't interrupt you with any of the teaching. The idea, though, is to gauge where you are in your range and do the appropriate vowel modifications, make the appropriate transitions. Ready? And. And there you go. As always, I hope that helps. I'm going to try to expand the lyrical phrase playlist a bit in the coming months because it just hasn't seen a lot of love. And these exercises are the way to cross the bridge from the vocalizations that make up so much of what my channel is about and implementing these things into your songs. And I really hope this helps. My name's Jeff. Take really good care of your voices, enjoy singing, and hopefully we'll see you again. Bye.